So we're gonna take up page 41 of the review. You guys had about half an hour to get started on the review. Let's see how much you guys got through. How much of it did you guys get right or wrong? So number one, -11. I'm gonna pick and choose some people to participate. Hugo, -11. What type of number is it? Is it a natural, whole, integer? Which one would you say it is? -11. Negatives. Negative would have to be integer, right? That's right. And because it's an integer, that means it's also a rational. Yes, rational. Okay. Uh, and remember, rational, irrational, they're opposite of each other. So you should not be checking off both of these for any of them. I'm gonna pick and choose some people. Joshua for number two. 2.13521, da, 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 da. It goes on forever. What type of number is it? Irrational. That's right, because there's no pattern, doesn't repeat, and so it's that. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to mute this. I wonder if the recording got the background music too. All right, number three, 12.012. It's a terminating decimal. Nikon, what do you think? Number three, terminating decimal. Is that a rational or irrational? It's a terminating, so it ends. So it would be a rational. That's right. So notice the difference between 2 and 3. One goes on forever, dot, 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 dot. This one, it ends. So that's how you know the difference. Okay. Number 4, root 36, which is aka just 6. Kevin. Whole number, integer, and fraction. Perfect. Okay, so check all that applies. So in this case, it's a natural, so that it means it's all of the above as well. Okay, -15/3, which is simply just -5. Okay, Zachary? Integer, rational. Integer and rational. Only integers includes negatives. So, and then if it's an integer, that means it's also a rational. Okay. Will you see something like this on the test? Yeah, definitely. Okay. This one, you just have to put them on the number line. So you are allowed the calculator, remember. So -√5 on your calculator, you would do the negative. So again, your calculator, make sure you don't press the wrong button. This is the negative sign. This is the negative sign. Sorry, this is the subtraction sign. This is the negative sign. Okay, so you want to press this one, and then for the square root, you have to press the second button and then this to get the square root. Okay, so that's how you change the any of these into a decimal on your calculator. So this is how you get that square root sign, pressing the second and then that button for the square root. And then these ones right here, you are rearranging them from smallest to greatest. So the easiest way is to turn it into a decimal. So when you turn it into a decimal, then you can write it in order from smallest to greatest. Remember, these are negative numbers, which means the bigger the number, the smaller it is because it's negative. So then it's this order. Okay. Same thing right here. When you, for this one, -11/3, you can turn it into a decimal and then list them from smallest to greatest. So again, and if you need to, put it on a number line, and then you can see that the further away from 0, the smaller the number it is. This one right here for 26C, let's say I want you guys to use inequality symbols. What are inequality symbols? Carson? Okay. Yep. So what are those? Okay, so that not equal to, you guys are talking about the not equal to sign. So inequality is the less than or greater than those symbols. So if I were to rearrange this using inequality signs, I can write it like this as well. So other than comma, I could write this. So negative 2/3 is less than negative 0.6, less than negative 0.4, less than negative 0.375. Okay. Um, okay. So then number 27, you're comparing the numbers. So again, these ones, any fraction, you can rewrite it as a decimal. So 7/40 is just 7 divided by 40, and you get 0.175. And then in comparison, you can see that it is wrong. My morning class got it wrong, and nobody said anything. All right. So that's why it's helpful to change it to a decimal. When you do this, you'll see that is 0.175, and then you can see that this is less than that. All right. What about B? Carmen, what did you get for B? Equal, right? All right. If you do this on your calculator, negative 9/5, you'll get that is also negative 1.8. Yes. All right. Jeffrey, what did you get for C?
Well, let's see.
27C?
Negative 2.8 is less than negative 13.05.
Perfect. Okay, so less than. And that's because when we change it to a decimal, we get negative 2.8. Again, negative. So the bigger the number, the smaller it is. Okay. Number 28, write it as the quotient of two integer. What does this mean in English? Exactly. So it just means write it as a fraction. Now, why am I writing this to trick you guys? That's because EQAO likes to use this language. I've seen them ask this quotient of two integers. They couldn't just simply say write it as a fraction. So I just wanted to let you guys know about this terminology. So in case you do see it come up, you're not shocked. You know to just write it as a fraction. Alright, so 0.17. This one is easy. Okay, Zachary. 17/100. That's right. That's all it is. Because there's two decimal places, that's why you put it over two zeros. So over 100. If it was, for example, 0.175, then you would put it over 1,000. 0.1756, then you will put it over 10,000. So depending on the number of digits after the decimal, that's how much you would put it over. So you put it over 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Okay. This one though is tricky. Now this is a tricky one. I have a repeating 5. James. Over 9. That's right. That's the trick. Oh yeah, it is. Thank you. Ah, my morning class was falling asleep this morning. Okay, so that's the trick. Whenever it's a repeating decimal, the trick is to put it over 9. So if it was negative 0.77777, then your fraction will be negative 7 over 9. Okay, and then this one is simply changing it to an improper fraction, so you get negative 5 over 3. Okay, remember quotient of integer can be positive or negative. All right, so page 41, these ones, were there any work you had to show for any of these questions? Did you have to show any work? No. So which part of the test do you think you'll see these type of questions? Multiple choice. That's right. Should you leave any multiple choice questions blank? No. What's the worst you can do? Get it wrong. If you don't guess anything, you get it wrong. Okay? So if you're stuck, if you run out of time, just guess A, B, C, or D. If you guess, you have a 25% chance of guessing it correct. Right, Zachary? Yes. Okay. It's an assembly day schedule, so we still have about 10 minutes. Okay, good. Voice. Okay, so 42 and 43. How many of you have started on page 42? How many of you finished page 42? Oh, good job. How many of you finished page 43 as well?
What if you skip like half the
Wow, okay, good for you, Kevin. Okay, so as I said, I don't expect you guys to have all finished this. If you did, good for you. I just want to go over some of these, like an example of each of these really quickly. I did about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 7 questions in 10 minutes. So I think for you guys, even if you take 20 minutes, that's good. All right. So I just pick and choose some to go over on page 42. Okay, so for example, right here, number 1D, when I subtract fractions, when I subtract or add, what do I need? What do I need when I add or subtract fractions? Jerry? When I add or subtract fractions, okay, yep, change it to an improper, and then?
make the denominator the same.
Right, I need lowest common denominator. I need LCD, lowest common denominator. So, yes, first step to do so, I'm going to change it to an improper fraction. Okay, so remember multiply and then add. So then 30 plus 5, I get 35. Okay, and then from here, I can see that between 6 and 4, my lowest common denominator is 12. Alright, so let's just say it's 24. I didn't think about the lowest common denominator clearly. It's okay. Will I still get the same answer at the end? Yes, but yeah, well, it's not really waste of time. It will just take another second for you to reduce afterwards. All right. Once you get to this, remember, I don't want an improper fraction as a final answer. Boys. Okay. I want mixed number, so I have to do long division.
Excuse the interruption. At this time, junior boys basketball team members, please make their way to the front way now. Thank you.
Okay. So then you have the 2 and then 2 over 24. That's when I realized, oh, I forgot to, I didn't go to the lowest common denominator. So all you have to do is just reduce at the end. It's not the end of the world. When you multiply these two to get a denominator, it will always work. Okay. Number 4D. When I multiply or divide, do I need a LCD? Jeffrey? No, right? So all I have to do simply is, Cheryl, what do I have to do when I divide?
Oh wait, you multiply it by flip the KCM.
Right. Notice I asked you the Kentucky chicken fried, right? So keep the first fraction, change the sign, and then flip the second fraction. Once you do that, I see that 19 and 19, they cancel out because one's in the numerator, once it's in the denominator. So then it's 2 over 4, or simply just 1 over 2. On the test, you have to reduce. If you don't reduce, you do lose half a mark because it's not a lowest final answer. Okay. Number 8 right here. Number 8. Can you tell me what's the difference between these two questions? Zachary? Okay, just looking at these two. Like, what's the difference between them? Brackets, right. So when I write it out in expanded form, this is negative 8 times 8. whereas this one is negative 8 times negative 8. And you can see the difference in the answer. One is a positive number, one is a negative number. Okay, so the brackets does matter.
Do you need the multiplication symbol between the brackets?
No. Yeah, you don't. Okay. Number 9 right here. Okay. If you see a question like this on the test, can I just write that it equals 3? No. Okay. If you see this question in the full solution and it's out of 2, you better not just tell me the answer, because you're getting marks for showing the work. You could do all this on the calculator, but I'm not testing you on your calculator skill. I'm testing to see if you know math. You could use your calculator to check your answer. So right here, what you have to do is clean up your whole numerator. So it's like there's an invisible bracket around your whole numerator, and then there's another invisible bracket around your whole denominator. Okay. Okay. Let's not. Okay. If you have a question, you can put up your hand. Okay. Math tells us to divide first. So negative 12 divided by negative 3, 2 negatives make a positive. So you get the 4. That's a negative. Okay, and then negative 14 minus 12, you get negative 16. So then when you divide, you get 8. 24 divided by 8, you get the 3. So if you see this question in the open response part, this will probably be a question out of 2. And so I need to at least see this step and then your final answer. So rule of thumb is if the question is out of 5, show me at least 5 steps. If the question is out of 2, show me 2 steps. If the question is out of 1, you don't have to show me steps. Okay? Number 10D. So against substitution, whenever you substitute, I know your grade 7 and 8 teacher taught you guys. What do you need whenever you make a substitution? What do you need to put around that number? Brackets, thank you. So even though these two are positive numbers, you still want to put brackets around, okay? Because I know some people would put a bracket around the negative 2 and somehow include that negative as part of the number. That negative stays on the outside. You're only putting a bracket around whatever you are substituting. Right? So here, that's why you get negative 4 minus 9, and then 4 plus 9. So when you divide it, you get negative 13 over positive 13. When you simplify it, you get negative 1. Okay, last two. Number 15B. Oh, yep.
Okay, so for that one, is it negative 2 squared plus negative 2 times negative 2?
No, the negative stays on the outside.
Oh, wait, oh.
Yeah, so you're only putting a bracket around the 2. So this is just 2 squared, which is 4, and then the negative. Okay, last two examples right here. 2/3, 5/8. If this question was out of 1, then all you need to do is you have 3 choices: greater, less than, or equal. Okay, so if it's out of 1, make a choice if you're stuck. Otherwise, you could change it to a decimal, and then that. If the question is out of 2, then I need to see something like this. Okay, what I did was I did common denominator. So once I multiplied this whole fraction by 8, this whole fraction by 3, I saw 16 over 24, 15 over 24. So therefore, it's a greater than. Okay, last one, this one right here. What do you think a question like this will be out of? 1 or 2? Really? Am I that nice to you guys? This is free marks. Okay, a question like this will be worth out of 1 only, because all you have to do is put these decimals into your calculator and you'll give me this. Just one quick note, if you are going to put this all in your calculator, again, put an invisible bracket around your whole numerator and put an invisible bracket around your whole denominator. So when I do that, I can just simply do 16 minus 4.8 times 2.1. Whoops. Close the bracket, divided by, open another bracket, 6 plus 6 divided by -6. Close the bracket, and guess what? I get my answer right away. Okay, so on the test, I don't need to see this step. It's only worth 1 mark because it's just decimals. All right. So your homework tonight is do as much as you can on page 42 and 43. We'll continue with the review tomorrow, and we'll do the word problems on page 47, 48, and 49. All right.